Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Get it.
2nd and 11. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Cincinnati.
Break.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to 6-6, pull it high.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
March 43. March 43. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check smooth. Coming to you. Coming to you. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check safety, check safety.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ready, 54. Mike 54. That's it. We need some therapy after this. Nice strong. Come on. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Single. Hatchet. Hatchet. Check 4. Watch the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go. Come on, to Pittsburgh. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hurry. He's not going to get me. Hey, watch that. 66.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Undercrush.
It's Mixon on the counter. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
We're scoreless after one. Mixon with a first down carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you... need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bravo. 53, Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. Now.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
It's our time.
2nd and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Got it.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
I'm going
5. 5.
back to you. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert flag. Alert flag.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Get.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Slam. Slam. Watch twist. Watch.
This is Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wide, get wide.
Shoot. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, one set.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Under 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Gotta do better. Alert 3.
From the 29, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Talvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll throw now on the final play. And an alley to run. Big hold to the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. This one caught by Isabella. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's fielded at the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He finds his running back, Mixon. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
57 to Mike. 57.
They run the counter. Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All day. All truck. Every day. Any day. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Quit talking about it.
1st down, Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Murray has the 1st down and more. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's second and inches at the 32-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. Second down and inches. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
At the 42-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go, go.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Let's go. Mike 51, Mike 51. 51.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there. 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
High 7.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, dog. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 51, Mike.
Now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Back to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. 8 reads.
53, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Again, it's Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 5-4. I got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. So we got man.
Bravo.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. All day, baby. All day, baby.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Bengals 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. Touchdown, Cardinals. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Five.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get
80 weapons.
Big Ed. 51's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Hey, Alpha. Get up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use it. And he caught it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, watch the
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the screen.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mike, 53, Mike.
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
You ready?
43 is the mic. Oh, yeah.
Deep grip.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
I'm coming after you.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.